Two learners, same exam hall, same passage, same 30 marks on the table. The first one finishes section A in 32 minutes and walks out with 27. The second one reads harder, underlines more, writes longer answers, fills every line, and walks out with 16. Here is what nobody told the second learner. Comprehension is not a reading text. It is an instruction following test, and the instruction is written in the question paper every single time. Section A of English paper 1 is worth 30 marks out of 80. That is 37.5% of your entire question paper, decided before you even reach the summary. And unlike literature, there is nothing to memorize. The answers are sitting in front of you, in the passage, in black and white. So, why do so many candidates lose 8, 10, 12 marks in a section where the answers are already printed on the page? I have moderated national marking. I have sat with the marking guidelines. And I can tell you that the marks are almost never lost because a learner did not understand the passage. They are lost because the learner did not answer the question that was asked. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to give you a 5-step system called the C.L.A.I.M method. Command, locate, answer, in your own words, match the marks. Use it on every comprehension question you ever write again, and you will stop leaving marks on the table. Let's begin. Before the method, the diagnosis, because you cannot fix what you cannot see. I've marked thousands of scripts. Marks die in comprehension in 4 ways, and all 4 are silent. The learner never feels them happen. Killer number 1. The mark allocation is ignored. A question is worth 2 marks. The learner writes 1 point, beautifully, clearly, correctly, and ends 1 out of 2. The other mark was never contested. It was simply never claimed. Killer number 2. The command word is misread. The question says explain. The learner states. The question says state 2 points. The learner writes a paragraph. And the guidelines instruct the marker plainly. When 2 or 3 facts are required and a range is given, mark only the first 2 or 3. Everything after that is invisible ink. Killer number 3. Quoting when the question said own words. In the May-June 2025 question paper, question 1.6.2 and question 1.7.1 both carry that instruction. Copy the line straight from the passage, and you have proved you can find it, not that you understood it. 0. Killer number 4. Yes or no, with nothing behind it. The guidelines are unambiguous. For open-ended questions, no mark is awarded for yes, for no, for I agree, or I disagree. The substantiation is the answer. The yes is just the doorway. 4 killers, all 4 are procedural. Not one of them is about intelligence, which is exactly why a procedure can defeat them. So, here's the procedure. C. Command. L. Locate. A. Answer. I. In your own words. M. Match the marks. Claim, because that is what you are doing. You are not hoping for marks. You are claiming them. 5 steps, roughly 40 seconds per question. Let me walk you through each one. Step number 1. Command. Before you look at the passage, look at 2 things in the question: the command word and the number in brackets. The command word tells you what mental action to perform, and in the DBE examination guidelines, these are not decorative. They map onto Barrett's taxonomy, the 5 cognitive levels every paper 1 is built from. State, name, List, identify, those are literal. Level 1. The answer is lying on the surface of the text. Lift it. Explain, why, suggest, those are inference. Level 3. The answer is not printed. It is implied. You must build it from the text. Do you think? Discuss. Is it suitable? In your view? Those are evaluation and appreciation. Levels 4 and 5. You are being asked for a judgment, and a judgment without evidence is worth nothing. Now, the number in brackets. This is the single most underused piece of information on the page. 1 mark equals 1 idea. 2 marks equals either 2 separate points or 1 point plus a genuine explanation of it. Never guess which. The command word tells you. If it says state 2 points, it is 2 separate points. If it says explain, it is 1 point developed. Read the command, read the number, then read the passage. In that order, always. Log this in. The question briefs you before the passage informs you. Step number 2. Locate. Look at how a comprehension question is actually built. Refer to paragraph number 2. Refer to lines 15 to 16. Refer to frame 5. The examiner has already told you where the answer lives. This is not a hint, it is a boundary. If the question says paragraph 3, the marker's guideline was written from paragraph 3. An answer built out of paragraph 6 can be true, well written, and still earn nothing, because it is not the answer to the question that was set. So, go to the reference, read the sentence before it and the sentence after it. Context lives on the edges, then stop. And notice what this does to your time. Section A is 50 minutes for 30 marks. Learners spend that time rereading the whole passage for every single question. You do not need to. The examiner has handed you a map. Use it. One more thing on the visual text. In the May-June 2025 question paper, text B is a bar graph of provincial population. The guidelines are explicit that questions on the visual must be answered from the visual information. So, when you are asked why one figure is printed in a larger font than the others, do not reach for general knowledge about South Africa. Locate. The answer is in the design of the graphic itself. Emphasis. Step number 3. Answer. And answer first. Your first sentence must answer the question directly, not context, not a run-up, not a retelling of the passage. Markers work at speed, against a guideline, across hundreds of scripts. Your answer is being matched against a point on a page. Bury that point in a sentence 4, and you are gambling that the marker digs for it. So, lead with it. Watch the difference. Take a question like, how does storytelling connect people? State 2 points. A weak answer opens. In the passage, the writer talks about how stories have been used for centuries, and people have always shared them. That is 30 words of nothing. No point claimed yet. A full mark answers opens. It strengthens relationships. It allows people to share cultural values and beliefs. 2 points, 2 marks, 14 words, done. Length is not the currency. Points are the currency. And here's a rule the guidelines gives you that most learners never learn. When a one-word answer is required and you write a full sentence, the marker will still mark it correct, provided the correct word is underlined. So underline it. It costs you 1 pen stroke. It protects a mark. Answer first, then stop. The empty line beneath your answer is not a mark you forgot. It is a mark you already earned. Step number 4. In your own ways. This is where first additional language candidates lose more marks than anywhere else in section A. And it is the most fixable thing in this entire video. When a question carries the instruction, use your own weight. The examiner is no longer testing whether you can find the line. They are testing whether you understood it. Reproduce the passage's wording and you have answered a different question. So, how do you actually do it? Under pressure, in English, when English is not your first language, 3 moves. Move number 1, swap the keyword, not the whole sentence. If the text says sharp rise, you do not need elegant prose. Rapid increase, growing very quickly. One synonym is a translation. That is enough. Move number 2, change the structure. If the passage says storytelling establishes a sense of community, you write it makes employees feel that they belong. Same idea, different architecture. Move number 3, say it loud in your head first, the way you would explain it to a friend, and then write that down. Your natural explanation is almost always already in your own words. And one relief, straight from the marking guideline. In the compression, spelling and language errors are not penalized unless the error changes the meaning. The errors get indicated, but they do not cost you the mark. So do not freeze because you are unsure of a word. Attempt it. An imperfect own words answer beats a perfect quotation every single time. Step number 5, match the marks. Before you move to the next question, do one thing. Look at the bracket. Count your points. Do they match? 2 marks. Do I have 2 distinct ideas or one idea said twice in a different clause? Because a marker will only credit it once. And for every open-ended question, the do you think, the in your view, they discuss the suitability, apply the substantiation test. The guidelines could not be clearer. No mark for yes, no mark for no. The reasoning carries the entire question. And a candidate who gives an answer that is not well substantiated can still score 1 mark out of 2. So a weak reason is not nothing, but it is half. Which means your open-ended answer is a shape, position, then proof from the text, then significance. Yes, the title is suitable. The passage shows how storytelling shapes decisions, relationships, and workplaces. The word power reflects how strongly it influences people. Position, proof, significance. 2 marks, secured. And notice, you may agree, you may disagree, or you may take a combination view. The guidelines accept all 3. The examiner does not have an opinion he wants to hear. He has a standard of evidence he wants to see. Now, let's run it. May-June 2025, Paper 1, Question 1.4.1, 2 marks. The question asks, according to Karen Eber, why does data not change human behavior? C. Command. The word is why. That is inference. Level 3. 2 marks means 1 point plus development, or 2 related points. L. Locate. The question says, refer to paragraph 4. I am not reading paragraph 1. I am not reading paragraph 7. A. Answer first. Data does not change behavior because it is purely factual. I. In my own words, the passage frames it as a clinical and unemotional. I write, it is factual, and it does not affect people's emotions. M. Match. 2 marks. Have I got 2 ideas? Factual. That is 1. Does not influence emotions? That is 2. Match. Full marks under 60 seconds. And notice I never once had to be clever. I only had to be procedural. That is the whole method. Every question, every paper, every time. So here's your work, and I want you to do it before your next test. Open any past paper 1. Do not answer the comprehension. Instead, take a blank page, and for every question in section A, write down only 2 things: the command word and the mark allocation. That's it. 13 questions, 8 minutes. Do that 3 times on 3 different papers, and something changes in how you see a question paper. You stop reading questions as sentences. You start reading them as instructions. That is the shift. That is the whole game. If this changed how you see section A, tell me in the comments which of the 5 steps you have been skipping. I read everyone. Subscribe to Professor Reason Studios. Season 1 is building the full paper 1 system, section by section, and comprehension is only the beginning. Now, go and claim what is yours. English mastered.